Got a 4-pounder with a nice flat.
Working that one piece. It took about a month.
So, unhappy with it. Guys, it's been a long time since I did a poor man's review. And this one here is a poor man better work hard in order to get this one. But I've upgraded, added a new piece of equipment. I bought a set of torches. Yay! Chandler has torches now. So all this time, everything I've done has been without a torch. But there's certain situations where I don't think it's cheating to get something done so you can make some money. So today, I picked up Victor Performer. Let's do an unboxing, see what the heck it's all about. Got to keep in mind, in this case, you know, I've used torches as a kid, a teenager. You know, I haven't used torches since. I know nothing about them. So this is going to be an ignorant poor man's review. Let's see. Open this box up. Let's go through the outside of the box. What the heck we got? It says up to 6 inches of cutting, welding up to 1/4 inch. And heating up to 117,000 BTU. Again, this is the Victor Performer. I bought this at Han Welding Supply in Auburn, New York. Very good crew down there. If you have any questions, they're more than happy to answer them for you. So there's the display. It looks pretty good. Let me take a peek through this book, see if there's anything I want to point out. The box itself, we have our torch head. It's a cutting head, I believe. Again, I know nothing about this stuff. We have in the box, there we go, our acetylene regulator. Looks good. We have our oxygen regulator. What else we got in here? We have a length of hose, I believe it's 20 foot. I'll correct that if that's wrong, which is good. And then we have what's left. Cutting goggles and some more tips, and that's all in the box. Let's take a look at what's in here. See what we have. It looks to be a rosebud. This fell out. This looks like our cutting tip. Right here, yep, that's what that is. And this is acetylene oxygen. And this probably, I think, would be a welding tip. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm guessing. We also get a striker. Where am I down here? There you go. I wonder what these are, gauges maybe? Or tip cleaners. One of the two. I don't know. Gonna have to read about that. That might be a tip cleaner, if you ask me. That's what I'm guessing. Again, I don't know squat about torches. And then these flip up. They probably are, aren't they? Nope. I don't see them as a flip up kind. So there's a set of goggles. So that's what you get in the kit. The kit I think was like $270, $250, something like that. Let me do a little research here and we'll start putting this thing together, see what we got to work with. The manual, the first part of the manual in English, and I think I got everything set up. It seems pretty easy. I took the cutting head off because I want to put the rosebud head on. But what they recommend doing is, well, especially with the tanks, I guess you do it all the time. Again, this is new to me, is you want to kind of blow things out to make sure there's no debris or anything left in there. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the protective cones off the cap for the tanks. Alright. Notice I did chain the tanks right to the wall. I'm not sure where I'm going to put them yet. I don't have a lot of space for them. Make sure you're not in front of the tank and just crack it. Just to blow anything out. Same thing with the acetylene. Just to blow everything out. So that was the first thing they wanted you to do. We also want you to check the threads and make sure everything's clean there, which everything looks good. So we'll go ahead and put the regulators on now. Regulator comes protective caps on the inlet and the outlet. We'll just take the inlet cap off, make sure everything looks right in there, which to me it does. And we'll put that sucker on. Oxygen. Get it where I want it to be. I'm going to roll this tank like this. When we get done, snug that up with a wrench. Just like that. And again, they want you to blow that out. So we'll put a little pressure here. Oops, I gotta take this cap off. And we'll blow that out a little bit. That's good. We'll do the same thing with the acetylene. And she was just more snug than the other one. I was really worried about the threads and all that. So again, we'll go ahead and I'll pressurize this. I'll tighten up the valve, make sure nothing comes out. Oops, I just blew out my thing. I knew what I was doing. There we go. I just wanted to close the valve and then close the tank. And I'm just going to let that sit there. This is just my idea to make sure that that maintains pressure inside there. That would guarantee that I don't have a leak here. Soapy water, same thing probably. But that's the start of it. Everything looks good. I'll do the same thing with this one. Everything's blown out. I'll just pressurize it and close it. Make sure we're not leaking. Everything looks good. Okay. Now let's put the hoses on. And on the hose that comes with the thing, there's this little copper or brass slide. So it came like this up at the top on both ends. So I'm just going to slide this down to give me some room so I can connect my oxygen and my acetylene. I'll be back. But I didn't know what color hose went where. Green goes to your oxygen, red goes to your fuel. So the red's going to be the acetylene. We'll get that hooked up right now. Hopefully I can position this so turn it so that it's kind of out of the way. Get this one tight. I think that's good. We still have pressure inside our gauges, so I can open up the oxygen and blow it out. Blow the end out. Alright. And I can open up the acetylene, blow it out. And there we go. I think we're well on our way. Next we go to the torch head. The torch head is labeled. Not the head, but the handle. O for oxygen, F for fuel. So green is oxygen. We're learning a lot today, aren't we? Take off our caps. Green is oxygen. Put those on. Again, I looked in the book. I didn't to see if there's any pipe sealant or anything. And it doesn't say. And again, I apologize for being stupid, guys, but we all start somewhere. And I never connected a set of torches before. I've used them as a kid, long time ago. You can do it. Come on now. Huh, the acetylene is reverse threaded on here. That's freaky. It wasn't on the tank. I don't think. Maybe it was. Snug those up. And again, they want us to blow this assembly out. So we'll close the valves. We'll open the oxygen up. We're going to set that to oxygen 8 to 12 pounds. Blow that out. And then we'll take the acetylene, open that up. We're supposed to set that from 6 to 10 pounds. Blow that out. Boy, we're cooking now. We're cooking with gas now, aren't we? Boom, boom, boom. Slide those babies back up. I think that should be just fine. I don't know why I got a twist in here, but I do. And then we'll throw the cutting head on for the final attachment. Let's see, what orientation do I want? I guess we'll do it like that. And we'll tighten that up. And there we have it. Alright? There's our oxygen. There's our acetylene. Everybody happy. The book says open the oxygen all the way. And then open the acetylene only 3/4 of a turn. That's what it says. We got pressure, we got pressure. Oh, there it is right there. Alright. So we'll go about 6 with that. And we'll go, it says 8 to 12 on oxygen, but we'll see what it does. Oxygen, it's weird that the gauge is so high. But that's where we're at. Alright. I'm not liking how this is twisted. Could I have done it differently? It just doesn't make sense that it got twisted like that. Yeah, I'm going to undo this. Let's see, everything is on over here, so I better shut these off. Open these valves up, get the gas out. Everybody should be happy, happy, happy. This is what happens when you don't know what you're doing, you know what I mean? But I don't like that kink in there. It's causing the hose to want to twist. So rather than deal with it, I'm going to fix it right now. I'll tell you. Yeah, it's just swap those around. It was annoying the daylights out of me. So we will go ahead and crack the fuel a little bit here. See if we can get a light. There we go. That looks good. Crack the oxygen a little. Nope, too much oxygen. A little more acetylene. There you go. Now I gotta learn how to do that. Well, now we have a torch. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. Now let's test it out. Try this again. I actually, it's tomorrow, believe it or not. This particular, just this scene, because everything I did was out of the frame, and I do that quite often. I didn't want to miss this. So let's say I want to put a bend in this bracket right here. Let's go ahead, and that's kind of why, the main reason that I convinced myself to get this torch. Yep, now you're in the scene. You can see what's going on. Let's go ahead and heat this up with the rosebud. Earlier, I think I called it the cutting head. This is the rosebud. All right. Now that I'm becoming a little more of an expert on this stuff, eh? Yeah, right. So we'll get some flame there. Get that dial down there. See how long it takes to heat this 1/8 inch. again, I haven't played with this enough to know where I want that cone to be, but I guarantee it's hotter now than it was a few seconds ago. And now you can at least see me doing it. Last time you didn't see it. So we're starting to get some red in there in just a few seconds, which is good. And that was the whole point. Isolated heats, quick heats. Stay so that I can drop that right into my little, whatever I call it here, my little bending jig, and bend that around to make my bends. So that was one of the, yeah, that's why I got it, so I could heat. That's the main purpose. What I'll do now is I'll change the rosebud head out, and I'll put the cutting torch on. I haven't used a cutting torch in 30 years, believe it or not. But I'll come back with the cutting head out. We'll see how this thing cuts, or we'll see if we can figure out how to cut with it anyway. Alright, let's see if I can figure out how to make this thing cut something. I don't know. I don't know what the adjustment is, how much I should have for a settling. Not that much. I think I need to have some friendly help. We'll figure it out. I think I know what I'm doing now. It's melting and coming right back together. So we'll learn, but it cuts. I think it's supposed to say, it says it cuts up to 6 inches. Anyway, what's going on? So again, it's a poor man's review. It's kind of an expensive venture. By the time you get done, you're talking several $100s. But the torch kit is, you know, I don't know. I call it a medium, maybe low end. Good brand. Victor's a good brand. I've heard that. I got it for the rosebud. That part worked perfectly. If I need to cut something, geez, most of the stuff I cut, I use the plasma cutter for, but it's good and once I learn how to use it. And I've never ever torch welded. I've tigged, but it was very cool to learn how to do that. So, hey, that's what I know about it. I just got it. The rosebud's going to work perfectly for me. You saw what I saw. Hopefully, it gives you some information to go on anyway. Do some more. You do some searching with people that know how to run a torch, and you'll find out what their opinion is as far as performance goes. For me, it was the least expensive way to get into a torch system. I'm very, very pleased to have it. Now it's time to get to work. Ciao. Thanks for your support.